Wrestling fans, what's going on, man? It's Black House Booking here with a brand new video. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Promise you will not be disappointed. We have over 1,200 videos of content on this very channel. And if you old to the channel, you already know the vibes, man. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a great day. What's going on, Couch Crew? If you rock with me, bro, please like the video. I want more people to, receive this content, man. We got a lot of creative content on here. It's my birthday month. Your boy turning the big 3-0. And as a special gift to me, please like the video and engage in the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know some of your ideas, man. We trying to build a community here. And I'm not talking at you. I'm not just complaining about whatever's going on. I want to do creative and fun things because we need to have more fun in this world and stop complaining all the time. But that's neither here nor there. Today's video is very special, man. I wanted to make a video about bringing back certain gimmicks from the past, gimmicks, characters, whatever the case may be, and applying them to today's WWE. Now, if you living under a rock, man, gimmicks, characters, songs, everything gets recycled, bro. It's very hard to be super duper original when wrestling has been around for decades. So, you look at a guy like Solo Sikoa, he give you, Umaga type vibes, you know what I'm saying? You even look at Bray Wyatt, rest in peace, when he did The Fiend, he did the Firefly Funhouse, that's basically, going off of Mick Foley and Cactus Jack and Mankind. And you could say the same for the Godfather, Papa Shango, having the multiple faces character. Like there are characters that often get recycled over and over and over again, if not blatant, then a little blatant. And that's absolutely fine as long as you can make them make an impact. Look at NXT. They got the Timu Shield right now, which I'll be talking about in this video. But I was really thinking about it. I'm like, man, what stables, what characters, like what storylines should be recycled in today's WWE? And y'all see the thumbnail? So let me start off with the thumbnail. Straight Edge Society. Listen, I'm not the biggest CM Punk fan in the world, but CM Punk is a great talker. And I think peak CM Punk, to me, well, yeah. Straight Edge Society CM Punk was fire. CM Punk feud when Jeff Hardy was fire. Masked up CM Punk was fire. CM Punk has some great characters over the years. And I do miss the Straight Edge Society. And I think if you bring back the Straight Edge Society today, have CM Punk revert back to that, oh, I'm a straight edge guy, I don't smoke, I don't drink, and we need to, heal ourselves, blah, blah, blah. That would be a great character to, help to bring up Zoe Stark and Ridge Holland, two people who I think are workhorses, who I think are doing really, really well. Ridge Holland went to NXT and he was having a nice little run, man. He was getting his stuff off. I genuinely thought he had a chance to be NXT North American champion. And, he was the number one contender for the NXT Men's Championship. So I think you bring him back to the main roster. The Brawling Brutes, I actually kind of miss the Brawling Brutes now. I think that they were doing pretty well. I don't know why they just decided to split them up or whatever the case may be. Sheamus still could have been Sheamus, with the Brawling Brutes. And all you gotta do is just change bro name back to Pete Dunne and they could still be the Brawling Brutes. But that's neither here nor there. So I think Ridge Holland should have an opportunity to be on the main roster. And what way to build him back up by to have him with this stable under the tutelage of CM Punk and Zoe Stark. If you're not going to do anything with the Pure Fusion Collective as just her and Shayna Baszler, move on. Zoe Stark is a talent. Y'all be worried about, oh, she don't look like a blonde bimbo bombshell. Everybody don't gotta have that type of look. She is, you know what I'm saying? She's a girl next door plain Jane. I like my plain Jane characters, but y'all worried about the looks and all that anyway. Look what she does in the ring. Y'all that drop kick she did to Dakota Kai was fire, bro. I like Zoe Stark because she's a great in-ring talent and I think she has a lot of potential. So, boom. CM Punk, Ridge Holland, Zoe Stark, Straight Edge Society. Nobody got to shave their head, but it's a new era, a new storyline. They running rampant, going against people backstage, and they can take the Straight Edge Society thing to another level. They see Otis backstage, they see him eating pancakes or whatever the case maybe. They say, "Hey, bro, you need to lose weight, bro. Straight Edge is about living a healthy lifestyle, blah blah blah." Something simple because then Ridge Holland could whoop on Otis, whoop on Akira Tozawa. Zoe Stark could whoop on Maxine Dupree to get over his heels. And then we want to go big time. CM Punk run back CM Punk and Seth Rollins and CM Punk and say, Monday, remember when you were the Monday Night Messiah? You basically was just copying what I was doing. And have them run something back and then you could have Ridge Holland, have a match with Seth Rollins. Like you can do some cool things with that stable, in my opinion. So that's my first gimmick slash stable that I think we need to reinvent for today. And since I mentioned, no, actually I want to go this. This doesn't have to apply to just new people, by the way. Old people can run things back. And speaking of which, R-Truth, let's run back that R-Truth cigarette gimmick. Let's run it back. We on Netflix now. Netflix be having some very not safe for work shows and things of that nature. So there's no excuse to not do this. So with that being said, let's run the R-Truth cigarette gimmick. I think that that gimmick would be very good. Especially his justification. Well, my hero John Cena turned heel. So you know what? I'm gonna turn heel, and they don't have to interact with one another. They don't have to interact with one another unless John Cena beats up on R-Truth first, and then he like, you know what? John Cena was right. Everything he said about y'all was right. Y'all was cheering when he was beating me up. So you know what? Take a cigarette out of his pocket, start smoking, and then he started beating up on people backstage, the baby faces. He go against a Rey Mysterio. You know, R-Truth goes against these guys, and then he becomes heel. Maybe he could go to over to SmackDown and say, you know, Carmelo Hayes, you know, you was right, man. These people suck, and he could mentor Carmelo Hayes. Like, there's a lot that you can do with the R-Truth character still, and then you know, bring back the cigarette smoking gimmick, and you can kind of do that if they are inclined to do so. I think it could work in today's WWE, especially being on Netflix and even being on USA. I think you could get away with it low key. Now. Layla and Michelle McCool. Y'all remember when Layla and Michelle McCool was sharing the women's championship? Y'all remember that? Let's do it again. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven sharing the United States Women's Championship, split it in half, and then piece it back together. Or you have just have two belts. One is the fake belt, which really then you'll be recycling the Miz and Damian Sandow thing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be a dope gimmick to lead up into Piper Niven obviously taking the belt from Chelsea Green, which I think would be a good option, a viable option, because either way, you're probably gonna have Piper turn on Chelsea regardless. So why not have her turn on her and get a championship, and then Piper could be a dominant baby face as a bigger woman. I think that that could work for her, and especially with this gimmick like this, they're both hella annoying. Alba Fire could come in between the two, and they're saying, "Why are you guys sharing the title? The title really belongs to Chelsea Green." And then Piper Niven beats up on Alpha Fire, you know, after they attack Piper Niven, and then you have Piper Niven versus Chelsea Green for who's the real champion. Piper Niven wins, and then we move on. Like the Layla and Michelle McCool thing was funny, was a funny gimmick anyway, but they both had half the belt or whatever the case may be. I think we could run that back, and I think it'll be as equally or if not more entertaining with Chelsea Green being a part of that. NXT stable, the Timu Shield, it's all right. It's still got to get its legs, you know, get under its body, legs under its body, whatever the expression is. Still got to get its footing. But you know what? Let's call it audible because that's basically the Timu Shield, Timu Retribution. How about we do the new breed? Do y'all remember on ECW they had the new breed versus the ECW originals? Let's do something like that, right? Where these guys let them be individuals because now they're just guys with black Air Forces and ski masks and shiesties and they YNs of the NXT. No, 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 no. Let them have their own personality. Let them be original. They're the new breed. They're taking out the current guys at NXT, the Obafemis, the Trick Williams, the Wesleys, and then Trick William and Wesley. They like, hey, we got to link up. We're two of the most veteran NXT presence here, and they try to recruit some more guys, but then they lose the 4-on-4 and 5-on-5, whatever the case may be. And then the NXT originals, the Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, whoever you want to bring down, that's an NXT original, got to come down and they got to go against those guys. And you know what you do? You put those young guys over and you have them even beat the NXT originals. So then these young guys come off as a dominant stable and they are the new breed of NXT and they're dominant in NXT. That is how you do it. They beat the current and they beat the past. So these guys are the future. It's very simple booking and it will get them over immensely and no one really loses out of this situation in my opinion. So I think that's what you do. Um, and I think that's better than how they're being presented now, in my opinion. Speaking of older, you know, speaking of the past, Legend Killer gimmick. But I mean, people talk about this for many years. Instead, Randy Orton, instead of the Legend Killer, the Rookie Killer. I don't understand why this isn't a thing. Like, because first of all, he's RKO, and then Rookie Killer RK. You figure out something, oh, whatever the case may be. Have Randy Orton go against the rookies. Now, the thing is, well, he'll be burying the rookies, whatever the case may be. He's beating the rookies anyway. He just beat Carmelo Hayes, and you know what I'm saying. I don't think that would be a burial. Have him go on a rampage as the rookie killer, and then whoever's at the end of that finally beats him gets over. Maybe someone who's been over in the past but needs to get over again, like a Austin Theory. You know, if that I think that would work. I think Austin Theory, you know, he beat John Cena him coming back to beat the rookie killer Randy Orton would put Austin Theory over. And the rookie killer has to be a heel, by the way. And Austin Theory, a babyface that beats the rookie killer Randy Orton, I think that would do us some justice. I think that would do us some good. Um, the real American American. Now, it could be either one of the Creed brothers. I think Brutus would do well with this gimmick. Real American American, Brutus Creed. But this the whole stable within itself basically would be the real All American Americans, but they kick out Chad Gable essentially, and that's really how they take off. But like the Creed brothers, I mean, they're a comedy heel gimmick. We can't take them serious. So if you want to go all the way, let's go all the way, and then let Chad Gable just be Chad Gable instead of being Timu Kurt Angle and all that. So let's go with the real All-American Americans, you know what I'm saying? And let's do it like that. I think that would be a little bit better. And then there'll be some nostalgia for the fans who know, about Jack Swagger and things of that nature. And I think that that would really be something that they could just use as their own because like Chad Gable can do more. Chad Gable has more layers to him than wearing red, white, and blue. Like, come, like Chad Gable's better than that, bro. Ah, this one. You guys watched ECW in what, 2007, 2008? Y'all remember Kelly Kelly and Mike Knox, where Kelly Kelly would come out and do the extreme expose thing where she about to take her bra off, and then Mike Knox just throw a towel at her, or he just carries her off. Let's do something like that. Obviously, we can't do the extreme expose thing, but let's use elements of that, where Ashante the Adonis and Carmen Petrovich, which it looks like they're about to head towards a split anyway, but how we can make that even better is Carmen Petrovich is dying to be a baby face, but as we just seen, he's sliding her chairs, he's trying to get her to cheat and use weapons, and she's like, no, no, no. But every time she doesn't do that, she loses. She loses honorably and respectfully. She tries to shake her opponent's hand, and then Ashante just picks her up, grabs her, and say, "Hey, we going, we out the ring." And then the good payoff will be, she gets to slap him up, and she gets maybe a new boyfriend because they don't want to do intergender matches. She gets a new guy, maybe Javon Evans, maybe whoever the case may be, comes and starts beating up on Ashante the Adonis, and that's just a little side plot. It's NXT. Everything is in super duper serious, so I think that would be a good ending to a side plot. I mean, y'all say it's like a Tyler Perry film anyway. If not Javon Evans, find somebody who's even more light skinned than Ashante the Adonis and have him beat him up. So the light skinned savior could beat up on the brown skinned demon. Since y'all think it's a Tyler Perry type storyline anyway. And then last but not least, the most simple one, Carmelo Hayes, give him the MVP gimmick. Make him win the United States Championship from LA Knight. Then him and LA Knight become the WWE Tag Team Champions. MVP and Matt Hardy type swag, but LA Knight really wants that United States Championship from Carmelo Hayes, but these guys keep winning. They're the odd pair like Fraxium, but they keep winning. And because LA Knight has too much pride and Carmelo Hayes wants to be the double champ and he wants to get the ladies backstage and things like that. So they keep winning until finally LA Knight like, man, I don't care. I'm just lay down and just get the pin. And then they could go at it for the United States Championship one-on-one, which is what they really want. Well, which is what LA Knight really wants. I think that would be a good gimmick for Carmelo Hayes. And don't make him look goofy like MVP, losing basketball matches and all the basketball game one-on-one and stuff like that. But actually have them be a comparable tag team. And then Carmelo Hayes is like doing all the talking. He's trying to out promo LA Knight and cut him off while he's on the mic and all that. So I think that's what we can do. But y'all let me know what you think about them ideas, man. I think those ideas are pretty solid. Bringing back things from the past and implementing them into the present. Guys, I love the art form. I love making content for you guys. I really take this content seriously. I really think about these ideas, and I really hope that you guys enjoy the content that I put out. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. I've been getting a lot of subs lately. I need y'all to keep liking the videos, keep sharing the videos, and keep commenting. I care about engagement. Y'all see, I'm not talking about views. I'm talking about engagement. I want comments. I want likes. I want y'all to discuss these ideas and let me know what you guys think. What are your ideas that we need to bring back from the past and implement them in today's wrestling to make today's wrestling more fun? Let's come up with ideas to make wrestling more fun. Let's stop complaining every week that Raw was terrible, Smackdown was terrible. Let's try to make wrestling fun and let's try to like bounce ideas off of each other. Wrestling is fantasy. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling is not reality. It's fantasy that's grounded in reality because these people are real individuals. But like, let's have fun. So thank you for love support as always. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Like, comment, subscribe. Black Couch Booking. I will see you guys soon. Peace.